What's up, Multiverse? Dr. Dave here. Welcome to the Geek Lounge. On today's video, we're going to go Funko Pop hunting in sunny old central London. So the first place we hit up was the Disney store, where they had this small section Thor with Goat Boat, as well as a bunch of obviously Disney themed Funko Pops, including the Hollywood Tower Hotel with Mickey Mouse, the gold version with that exclusive Disney sticker. They also had Mickey and Minnie, the black and white 2-pack with the special edition sticker. I think it was a D23 Expo release though, if I'm not mistaken. Then I headed upstairs to my favorite section, the Star Wars and Marvel section. This is just decked out so awesomely. Like, look at this, guys, a Thor Lego, so cool. Lego life-size R2-D2 as well. Speaking of life-size, look at this life-size statue. I feel like I've said life-size so much of Kylo Ren. You've always got to check out the Hot Toys as well. Kylo Ren again, Luke Skywalker, Iron Man, as well as Thor. And on the other side, we had the Incinerator Trooper, the Heavy Infantry Trooper, both from The Mandalorian, and I can't really remember which troopers these are, their exact names, but there they are as well. A bunch of Fennec Shand Funko Pops. I am actually meeting Ming-Na Wen at Star Wars Celebrations, and we'll get mine signed. And look at this, guys. Again, life-size models of BB-8 and Rey. Very cool. Their main Funko Pop section is pretty small, a bunch of Star Wars ones, including this 2-pack of Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. More on that later in the video though. I found this Mandalorian tee, which is awesome. I do love my tees, but I decided against picking it up. She-Hulk, Ant-Man, WandaVision, a bunch of different Marvel Pops there. They did actually have a Wasp chase in the back. I don't know if they will still have it, but you guys can always ask. Some Spider-Man No Way Home, Wolverine tee, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and this Black Panther comic cover as well. We then headed over to the toy shop section in Selfridges, where I decided to show off these again. Pretty cool kind of Lego models, that Technic one there, as well as whatever this is, a mashup with some Lego heads on like an organ. I just thought that was pretty cool. As for their Funko Pops, a bunch of Disney ones. As you guys can see, we had some Encanto, Tweedledee, and Tweedledum, Mickey and Friends, Moana, some Monsters Inc., Frozen, Peppa Pig, as well as this Itachi figure from Naruto, who's my favourite character, so that's always pretty cool. Below that, they did have the Snow White movie poster. These things are just gigantic, and they actually had quite a few of them. We had some more Star Wars, some Obi-Wans. I actually don't think we saw those in the Disney store. Book of Boba Fett, Harry Potter, Miss Marvel, kind of a bunch of different genres here, or franchises, I should say. Albus Dumbledore with Hogwarts as well, pretty cool. They had this anime section on the other side, Naruto, bunch of My Hero Academia, again mixed in with some Disney, Marvel, some Jurassic World here, but nothing too crazy that we haven't seen anywhere else, unless you do want to consider the 18-inch Groot as crazy. I mean, it is a pretty cool pop. Next up, I went to the world's largest toy store, which is Hamleys. Guys, they had some really cool things in here again. Niffler, Harry Potter, Hermione, and check this out, a life-size, well, I say life-size, but it's a huge Hagrid. How cool was that? Speaking of huge, they have a pretty big Funko Pop section as well, as you guys can see here. Starting off with some Disney. I think this was a ride, isn't it? Like Mickey on the conveyor belt or something like that. And with his friends, Doc with Clock Tower, Alfred with Wayne Manor. They actually had a bunch of Doc with Clock Towers. I do actually want to pick this up eventually. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to go out of stock anytime soon. These Infinity War ones, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of those, but I did pick up the Thanos one. I like that quite a lot. Glow in the Dark, Black Adam comic cover. Very cool. Bunch of 10 inches. Infinite Decker with Eri. Minions, Arishem from the Eternals. John Hammond with Gates, as well as this Dr. Sattler with Triceratops, but for £52. That is insane. I do need to add that one to my collection, but not adding it for £52. Wally and Eve 2-pack, very cool. I do already have that though. The Batman tee, which looks pretty cool. A couple of 10-inch Childs, pretty fitting now with the Mandalorian back on our screens, and a bunch of those 20th anniversary Chamber of Secrets Harry Potter pops. The Minerva, the Ron with the car. A couple more 10 inches at the bottom here as well. Optimus Prime, as well as Infinite Deco with Eri again. Don't know why I show this, because this is kind of toilet paper for me, but yeah, a bunch of Manchester City Funko Pops, and then this was the second main section. A ton of Star Wars Pops, as you can see, from various different movies and TV shows, mixed in with a couple of other things as well. And then we also had this Darth Vader in the Meditation Chamber, the Mandalorian and Child on Bantha, two very cool Pops I already own. A bunch of Luke Skywalker with Tauntaun, Dagobah Yoda with Hut, Grogu using the Force as well. Bunch of Funko Pop tees on the other side, Frieza from Dragon Ball Z, Marvel, Harry Potter Pops, again Chamber of Secrets ones at the bottom, but nothing really too crazy. It is a really cool section. But speaking of crazy, guys, just look at the price. £22 for a common pop. Come on, Hamleys, you guys can do so much better than that, but still a pretty decent size section. And guys, if you are in Leicester Square, it would be criminal not to check out the Lego store, because they have some awesome models. That James Bond Aston Martin, as you can see here. Look at the size of this Big Ben. Absolutely crazy. The dragon at the top there, which is actually Gringotts Bank. Look at that goblin there in Gringotts. They actually had a bunch of Harry Potter things. Look at this mosaic here near the front entrance. So cool. A little Spider-Man kind of hovering around there, or swinging around, I should say. Tower Bridge. And look outside, guys. The Shazam London premiere. They're getting ready for it with the red carpet and everything. More Harry Potter models in the Lego store as well. These things are just so cool. We kind of turn this into a bit of a Lego slash Funko Pop hunt as well, but I just feel it's always cool to show these sorts of things off. They are absolutely amazing. Just look at that. So cool. And no self-respecting Funko Pop hunt in central London would be complete without a visit to Forbidden Planet, the megastore, guys. They had a bunch of the Shazam pops. We just showed the red carpet that they were putting together for the London premiere. Bunch of different DC pops, the Batman, tons of other things, a lot of Batman there, Black Adam as well as the Peacemaker. I did actually look at this. I did decide to pick this up. It was the last one I needed for my Peacemaker collection. Onto the Marvel side, guys. It was a bit difficult to film because the store is always really busy. You always get like a lot of tourists in there as well with their with their trolleys, like they're about to go home and they decide to come in and pick stuff up or have a look at it. Same here with the Disney. I couldn't really go too close on things. A lot of people walking past. They did have a couple of the posters again with the Snow White and the Pinocchio one, Carl and Ellie with the balloon cart. They had a few of the boy band South Parks below, as well as this Swiss roll poutine scented. Be interested to know what that smells like. They did also have this really cool Avatar and the Last Airbender pop tea. Very tempted by that. Bunch more Harry Potters, but again, we've seen most of those in the other stores, a lot of the Chamber of Secrets ones. Pop pins, guys, let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys collect pop pins? I don't personally, but I have picked up a couple, which I feel are pretty cool. Some U2, although it looked like Bono was missing. We had the Edge, Larry, and Adam, but yeah, no Bono. Bunch of Dragon Ball Z pops. I think those were actually some of the newer release ones. And then we had this big anime section, Naruto, tons of My Hero Academia, including some of those Class 1B exclusives. Tanjiro versus Rui, always a cool moment, as is the Eren Harden pop. Yeah, Attack on Titan, Fairy Tail, Tokyo Ghoul, Black Clover, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, tons of different things, but nothing really new or anything like that, unless you count this Momoshiki. That is actually pretty new from Boruto. I've ordered the Hot Topic exclusive one though. We had Sukuna and Shenron there, those moments, as well as this Gojo, which I think is exclusive to Forbidden Planet. We had this film and TV section, Turtles, Sopranos, still waiting for our poorly exclusive here at Funko Europe. What are you doing? E.T., Jurassic Park, Tim Murphy with Velociraptors. I do still need that one. Decent price as well, but yeah, a bit too big to travel back on the train with. I had always been tempted, pardon me, to pick up that Neo. I do wonder how the glow is on that. Still haven't seen that new Matrix movie, by the way. Friends Tea, big Giganotosaurus, couple more pops and teas as well. This was their Star Wars section, not pretty big, and again, it was very busy around the back here. They have all the Black Series figures, so a lot of people were looking at those. And then this was their new section, a few more Star Wars, Hollywood Tower Hotel, Mickey Mouse, but the coloured version, not the gold version. Bunch of the new Spider-Man No Way Home pops released. They had a ton of the Stranger Things Season 4 pops in as well. The Star Wars movie poster at the bottom, very, very cool. I do already own this. So these were the newest things I think I could find. The Dungeons and Dragons pops. I don't know, has this movie actually been released yet? I can't entirely remember. Riddler's special edition sticker there as well. Wizard of Oz poster. I actually recently watched this movie for the first time in probably like 20-25 years, and then watched Wicked. But this was the newest thing I found. Ron, Harry, Hagrid, and Hermione from Hagrid's Hut. Alright guys, so we are back from the hunt, and to be perfectly honest with you, it is actually a few days later. The Shazam London premiere probably gave it away because that took place on Tuesday. But I'm actually happy I went to London on the Tuesday, because for the last few days, although it's continued to be cold, wet and windy, it's also been snowing, and we just don't really do snow very well here in the UK. But alas, you guys are not here for a weather report. You're here to see what I picked up from the hunt, starting with that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader 2-pack that I showed off in the Disney store. Now, I do already own the 2 individual pops of this, and I can hear what you're saying. Why would you therefore buy the 2-pack? But that's because we are heading to Star Wars Celebrations in 28 days time, kicking off on the 7th of April. I cannot wait. The first time it's been here in London for 7 years. At least I think it's 7 years. I'm pretty sure it was 2016 when Star Wars Celebrations was last here in London. And I have actually purchased autographs for both Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. And so I was thinking, what should I actually get signed? Like I said, I already own these 2 pops individually, but I then do also own the Funko Shop exclusive of Obi-Wan, where he just pretty much has the hood over the top. And for the Anakin, I do actually own the Attack of the Clones one, pardon me, that came out during New York Comic Con last year, and I have just literally picked up the Revenge of the Sith one where he has like the yellow eyes. I actually haven't even shown that off on the channel here yet. It has just come in this week, pardon me, and we're actually going to be showing it off in Sunday's weekly pickups video. And I was thinking, yeah, which one should I get signed by each of them? And I was like, you know what? There is that 2-pack, which just would be so sick to get signed by both of them. The special edition sticker is also not that intrusive. I was thinking about maybe trying to take it off, but then it like could leave like smearing and stickiness on the window, and that would just kind of suck, to be honest. But yeah, I figured, you know what, let's get this signed, maybe a light blue for Ewan, a red for Hayden, and I think it would just look so sick and would definitely be one of the prized possessions in my collection. And then guys, I actually picked up a few things from the Forbidden Planet London Megastore, including the Peacemaker with Eagly, which I did show off in the footage. It was the last one I needed to complete my collection, and yeah, for whatever reason I didn't grab it when it came out, because these pops have now been out for quite a while. In fact, on the bottom here, well, it was like June last year, so yeah, just over kind of 6 months, what, 8 months, 9 months, yeah, like a whole pregnancy term, I guess. But yeah, very, very cool figure. I loved Peacemaker as well. It far exceeded my expectations. So funny. Big wrestling fan as well, so I've always been a fan of John Cena. And yeah, happy to add this one, or I should say to complete the Peacemaker collection now. And if you guys have been watching, you know I am a sucker for pop tees. I actually picked up 3 of them from Forbidden Planet. But just before we show them off, guys, I wanted to say we are so close now to 1,000 subscribers, our first major milestone. We've just passed the 900 mark, so I cannot thank you guys enough. And if you aren't subscribed and you happen to enjoy the content, please do consider subscribing. We really, really want to grow the channel. And the first one I picked up, guys, was Levi from Attack on Titan, and I could have sworn this was only announced like 2 or 3 weeks ago. When I say announced, I didn't see it from Funko or Funko Europe. I actually saw it from Disc Trackers and Skittle Rampage. They're pretty much the 2 guys I go for all of my Funko news. And yeah, I could have sworn it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then like I said, I saw it there in the store. Big Attack on Titan fan. We've got 1 episode left to go till it all ends. Is there a date for it yet? I don't think there is, right? I've seen the first part, which came out last weekend. Really cool. Don't worry, I'm not going to say anything, especially if you watch it in dubbed, because the dubbed version won't come out for another maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I'm guessing. But yeah, once it finishes, I am going to watch the dubbed version as well, because I want to see it with all these like great voice actors that I know from other shows. But here we go then, guys. There is the Levi tee. Yeah, just so cool. I mean, I'm showing you guys, I haven't seen it myself. Yeah, that's really cool, though. Maybe he looks a little bit dark. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think there. It could be the light that I'm seeing it here, but it just looks a bit dark to me there on the tee. It is also that full-on, it's a bit like this Naruto one that I'm wearing. Like it's not, like I feel it would crack in the wash and stuff, which is a bit disappointing, but yeah, it is still a really, really cool tee, and to my knowledge, the first Attack on Titan Funko tee that we have. And the next 2 tees I picked up, guys, also come with Funko Pop, starting with this Naruto one. I have another Naruto tee to add to the collection. What have I got now? This one, there's Kakashi, there's Kurama, there's Madara. I still want to get the Pain one as well. I think that looks really cool, but I really did like this one. Again, I hadn't seen this in any stores. I don't know if it was like exclusive to Forbidden Planet, but yeah, still really, really cool. It does just come with a well, it's not really a common pop anymore, is it? Because they've now made it metallic, so this is actually an exclusive one, but it is just the exact same as that running Naruto that we've seen before that was a common pop released quite a while ago. They do this quite a lot. I think the Pain one just glows in the dark. I'm trying to think of the other, like the Kakashi one glowed in the dark. Trying to think of like the differences that there's just very minor differences with these pop tees. A lot of people complain about it because they're like, the tee is really cool, but I don't really need the pop. But for $24.99, I think it's not too bad. And I am actually heading, pardon me, to Anime Con in the UK, 17th and 18th of June, I think. And Miley Flanagan, the voice actress of Naruto, the English voice actress, I should say, she is actually going to be there. So I was thinking, you know what, I may as well get, not this one, but the original one, so I don't have like the intrusive sticker there signed, and maybe even a couple more. If you guys are interested as well, there's a link, like you can find a link to the to Anime Con UK in the description below. The tickets are still pretty cheap. Like I said, Miley Flanagan's going to be there. Zach Aguila's going to be there, who of course voices Tundra and Demon Slayer, Genos in One Punch Man, as well as David in Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And I forget his name, is it Ryan Colt Levy? I think that's his name. The guy that voices Chainsaw Man. He is also going to be there with more guests expected to be announced in the coming months. But yeah, cannot wait. I think that's going to be really, really cool. And speaking of cool, guys, look at the tee. I love it. I think I love it more than this Naruto one, to be perfectly honest, although I really like the Kakashi one. That is so cool. And the Pain one looks awesome as well. But yeah, like I said, this one still looks very, very cool. Happy to add it to what is a ridiculously growing Funko tee collection. And we've actually got one more to add to it. I did actually show this off in the hunt footage. It is the Aang with Momo from Avatar: The Last Airbender. This one, like the difference to the common version is this just glows in the dark. Like I said, it is what Funko does quite a lot, but yeah, it's still a really cool pop. I could have sworn Momo is on his head in the like original release though, like even in the box. I do have it, but it's like buried away somewhere, so I can't entirely remember. But I think you can just put him on his head anyway. Be interesting to see the glow, but we will check that out like towards the end of the video because I've got one more surprise glow-in-the-dark figure to show off. And just before we check out that, guys, here is a look at the tee, which is again very, very cool. Aang with Momo there, with I guess like the air symbol in the background, doing some air bending as well. Yeah, just really, really cool. There is that other Avatar t-shirt, I think, with Katara and Sokka as well. I don't know if it's ever been released over here, but yeah, I think I'd like to get that one too. And the last pop I picked up, guys, is actually a chase. If you are wondering, Forbidden Planet always have their chases behind the counter, and sadly they do put a markup on them. It's not too much, I think like £5 or £6 to what you would pay for the common version. I personally don't like that though, because it's not like they're paying anything extra for the chase. I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below on that. I know a lot of independent retailers do that, but if you're then not selling with a chance of chase, I guess it's maybe okay, but I don't know, Forbidden Planet's like a proper retailer, right? So I kind of feel it's a little bit shady when they do that, but you know what? This pop wasn't too badly priced when you compare it to like TBD, etc, etc. They did actually have 3 chases behind the counter they had. Then none of the real glamorous chases, of course they wouldn't be because they would go straight away, but it was the, wait, who was it? They had Yelena from Hawkeye, Oswald Cobblepot from the Batman, and they also had this one, which I picked up, which is the Edward Elric chase from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It does complete my collection, at least for the time being. There is no difference to this one, like from this one to the common one, other than the fact that it glows in the dark. Again, it's not like a super expensive chase, I don't believe. I paid, did I say what I paid for it? I don't know if I did, but it was $21.99, and I've seen people been selling it for like $25.30, so I thought, you know what, why not? Immaculate condition as well, so pretty happy to get it and like add it into the collection. I wasn't too bothered whether I would have got this chase or not, because like I said, the only difference is the glow, but yeah, for $21.99, not a bad price. And speaking of that glow, let's now check that out along with the Aang pop as well. Here we go then, guys, with our 2 glow-in-the-dark pops. I must confess, when I took Edward Elric out the box, I was very concerned because it didn't feel like he had any glow paint on him at all. But it does glow. I did a check off camera. I haven't actually seen Aang just yet. I don't think Momo actually glows. That could have been a nice touch. But let's see then, guys. Boom. There we go. You know what? That glow on Aang is actually really, really cool. For a second, I was thinking it was just going to be his like arrow tattoo on his head, because I also couldn't feel any glow paint on the airbending, but they've got like a really nice color scheme with that. It's not like the typical blue that I expected like we do get with Edward Elric. It is more like a white color. I mean, if they could have made Momo glow, that would have been really cool. I mean, yeah, definitely no glow on him there, but yeah, still really cool. Like the Elric one could have been better, I suppose. It could have had like a stronger blue glow, but the Aang one I think is really, really cool. One more time, guys. There we go. Let me actually just lift it up on the base of Elric as well. Yeah, maybe they could have done a bit better because it is all of the it's been so long since I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood now, I can't really remember the term they use for it, you know, jutsu, bending, powers, whatever, you know what I mean. But yeah, I do think 2 really decent glows, especially the Aang one. And well, there we go, guys. That is everything that I picked up today. I do always enjoy going to London, especially to see those Lego models, the statues, the life-size statues, all of the hot toys, everything that you see in Forbidden Planet. It is a really, really awesome store. But I do still maintain that Funko Pop Hunting in London is not great, especially when we compare it to the places in the US, in Canada, you know, Skittle Rampages videos, Top Pops videos, etc, etc. They just seem to find the most awesome stores in their countries. I mean, we probably do have them here in the UK. I know DJ Collectibles has has their own store now, and there probably are others, but I don't think there's too many like in and around London. If there is, I would appreciate if someone lets me know in the comments section below. Otherwise, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If so, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. What Funko Pops have you guys found recently in your Funko Pop hunts? And as always, we have plenty more content on the way for you guys. Coming up in tomorrow's video, I'm going to be having up some more Naruto Kaiju cards. It feels like an age since I opened up some on the channel, so cannot wait to get to that. On Sunday, we have our usual Funko Weekly Pickups video. Obviously, we won't be showing off what we did today, but all of the parcels that I've received in the last week will be opening and unboxing and showing off every single Funko Pop. We are continuing with our Star Wars Hot Toys Mandalorian Marathon. Every Wednesday, we are checking out a Mandalorian Hot Toys. Speaking of Star Wars celebrations, like I said, guys, 28 days away, we're going to be covering the whole event every single day, dropping videos, hopefully get some news, show off the signed things we picked up, other things we picked up. I think it's going to be super, super cool. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all of that and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very simple. Subscribe. Hit, click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.